Hello and welcome to our Black Ops 2 zombie review. Today I'll be doing the pistols. Now the whole point of this series is to basically get you to understand some of the weapons that are in our Black Ops 2 zombie, and I shall be giving my own opinions on the weapons. Now you may dislike what I say, sometimes you may agree with it, but without further ado, let me give my Black Ops 2 zombie weapons review. The pistols. Weapon number 1, the M1911. This weapon is practically both the good but also the bad. The good side of this weapon is that the fact that when you pack a punch it, it is a beast. Non-pack a punch, just chuck it out of the box really. This weapon is horrible, especially to the fact that it takes half a mag in order to kill a zombie with a knife, which really does spoil this weapon. If you equip it with double tap, that will take a whole mag on round 6, which might sound good, but with the amount of ammo you actually get, that is pretty bad. So, in my recommendation, if you're keeping this weapon, do not keep it above round 5. Your life will just be in danger otherwise. There are far better weapons out there. Unless you plan to pack a punch it. When you pack a punch it, you get the Mustang and Sally, and this completely changes what it was originally. You're not firing an explosive. Really? An explosive? Which, quite frankly, does give out of difficult situations like the following one you can see on screen. Now, the good thing about this weapon is it does a hell lot of damage, and I mean a lot of damage, even on the high rounds. Which is why most people that you see on YouTube when actually use this and keep it due to the fact of its high damage if you're going on high rounds. So if you want to keep this weapon, make sure you use it to your advantage. You can kill a bundle of enemies in a few seconds, and quite frankly, it is just amazing. If you ever pack a punch it already, pack a punch it now. You'll be amazed what it can do. Weapon number 2, the 5.7 solo version. The 5.7 is quite frankly one of my most favourite weapons other than the M1911. For one reason, it's high damage and it's quite a lot of ammo. So the whole point of this weapon is to get you points but also get you kills. Now this weapon does both of them. It gets you points and get you kills. There's no other weapon that's been better to do this as a pistol than this one. The weapon does 2 to 5 damage depending on what round you are, which quite frankly makes this weapon a beast. I got this weapon on round 3 and I didn't use it, and I didn't end my turn using it until round 20 because I knew how good it was. And the bad side of this weapon is there is no bad side to this thing actually. This weapon is a beast, just overall, as non-pack a punch, and just, you know, overall. And also the good thing about this weapon is that by the time you run out of ammo, you already have a max ammo. Now when you pack a punch this weapon, you get something better in return. You get the Ultra, and as like the name says, it's Ultra. The weapon does more damage, has more mags, and has an extended mags. That sounds quite a lot, doesn't it? Yes. Okay, so this weapon will just save you up more difficult situations. It will kill the zombies more frequently, and you're just gonna have fun. And also, as you can see, I have loads of points because of this weapon on round 19. But as usual, I had to go further with the other weapon. And I must say, if you find this weapon in the box, always pick it up. You'll be amazed by what it can do. Weapon number 3, the 5.7 dual wield version. Remember the old saying, 2 is better than 1? Yeah, this gun doesn't have it. reason is it's quite simple. The ammo goes very, very quickly. Now, I've never seen a weapon lose all its ammo in a matter of seconds like this. There have been some worse weapons out there, but this one has to be one of the weapons that loses it. Also, the accuracy is not so great due to the fact that it is dual wield, so you cannot zoom in. Good side of this weapon is that it is two weapons, and you know, you can kill the zombies and have very little reloads due to the fact that they have two weapons. If you plan to pack punch this weapon, you get the Ultra and Violent, which means you get the same thing that the 5.7 solo version gave you. More damage, more mags, and extended mags. So, there you have it. This weapon is very, very powerful, but sometimes can be quite pointless, due to the fact that the ammo can be wasted very easily. If you're having this weapon, I would say keep it above the teen rounds, because due to the fact that it's dual wield, you want to make sure they're hitting your enemies, and also you're preserving them, rather than missing your target and losing it. Weapon number 4, the Python. This weapon would do what you think it would do. It would kill the zombies. But that's it. The whole point of this weapon is to kill. It's not meant to earn you points, otherwise this weapon will be overpowered. Well, quite frankly, it is overpowered due to the fact that it's high damage on the very high rounds, above the team round to be in fact. So, if you see this weapon in the box, definitely take it. The damage is very high, and you double tap, you're killing the zombies between 1 to 3 bullets depending on which round you are on, and whether you have double tap or not. The good side of this weapon is that the damage is very high. The downside of this weapon though is the reload. The reload reloads every individual bullet, which sucks. Trying to pack punch this weapon, you get the cobra. The cobra, you know, it's like a little snake. No, that's not the snake. It's actually the web. And this weapon has more mags, extended mags, and faster reloading with extra damage. So this weapon has been completely upgraded. It's a very powerful and useful upgrade, which I would say keep, and you know, pack punch it when you get into very high rounds and you have to start using the whole mag in order to kill a zombie. So always pick up this weapon when you see it from the box. Weapon number 5, the Cat 40. Now, just because the weapon is good on multiplayer does not mean this weapon is good in zombies. The whole point of zombies is to completely change the weapon for originally in Black Ops 2 and give it its own story, its own game. It actually is its own game. So, the Cat 40 is a terrible weapon. The weapon loses all its ammo very, very quickly, faster than the 5.7. Due to the fact that its high fire rate just blows. The damage is extremely low, so this weapon only good for points, and that's it. Points may be good in some cases, but really you want to kill the zombies, not like spend 10 years trying to kill one particular zombie. You want to kill a whole group of them. And if you're trying to pack punch this weapon, let's just say you've just wasted £5,000. You get the Karmic Atom Perfector 4000, and my god, I've never seen a worse pack punch in my life. I've actually devastated pack punching in this weapon due to the fact of its very, very deadly reloads. The reloads are fine, it's just how often you reload is the problem. The damage is okay when you pack punch it. My golly, the ammo goes so quickly on one round. You just need to go and get another one. Just another weapon if you ever see this weapon in the box. Now I might be a bit too harsh on it, so I might give it some good news. The damage is good, the reload is good, but that's it. So if you see this weapon from the box, don't pick it up. Weapon number 6, the Executioner. This weapon is a duplicate of the Python. There's a few differences. One of them being is the fact that it is a shotgun rather than a normal weapon, which sounds pretty cool. A pistol, that's a shotgun. But there's a few bad sides to this weapon. Number 1, the reloading is horrible. If you want to use this weapon, make sure you have a speaker before you're taking on this weapon. And the bad side about this weapon is its range. The range is very short, which means you have to get up right close to the zombies in order to kill them. The good side about it is that its damage is amazing. You're killing zombies on round 15 with 1 to 2 shots depending if you have double tap or not, which is pretty good. The only problem with the ranges is that the range is so small that you have to actually go up to the zombie. But it's also a good thing because the zombies are already running at you. So that is the reasons for the ranges. But in my opinion, I would say that the Python in its normal version is better than the Executioner in its normal version. However, if you're going to pack-a-punch this weapon, you get the Voice of Justice. And may I say, this weapon is a lifesaver. Take a look at that, Voice of Justice. It's also got a very good name. Very goddish in my opinion. Now this weapon is what I call a lifesaver, because practically you can save your friend in a pinch. You can just get rid of the whole group of zombies, and then what your friend can do is pick up your friend and you continue on the horde of them. So if you see this weapon in the box, give it a go. You might find Sonic very cool.
Watch me use a nut!
Weapon number 7, the B23R. The B23R is an absolute monster. This weapon can be found on top of the bus in Transit and on Mason's house in Newtown, which quite frankly makes this weapon a beast for being the first weapon, which is a pistol. This weapon is a 3 bursts for the first time, because no weapon has actually ever been a 3 burst and being a pistol. So that's very, very good. This gun can be purchased at around 1,000 points with 500 points for ammo. Which means this weapon will lose its ammo relatively quickly, but it's a small price to pay for a weapon that does damage from 2 to 3 bursts on even higher rounds. The only downside with this weapon is the fact, again, you will lose ammo. You need to keep purchasing it. If you're going to use this weapon as an effective, I would say stick with the bus. Use this weapon on the bus and you will just plow the road. Your boss will be protected, Ted will be happy, and quite frankly, all your teammates will praise it. You'll be a god to that. And this weapon has a very high fire rate, which means this weapon could be used as a very miniature fully auto. But if you want to go pack-a-punching it, you actually get a fully auto, so that's even better. A fully auto weapon. But I must admit, sometimes I believe the B23R is better than the B34R, due to the fact that you can purchase ammo at a very low price. Now, if you're downed, this weapon is very good at helping your teammates when they're trying to revive you. If you want to buy this weapon, always staying close to it at all times. It's now time of the video where I give the top 3 pistols. Now, this is going to go through the entire video, like all the series, like the assault rifles, the SMGs, the LMGs, the sniper rifles, the rocket launchers, all that. But then I'm going to be doing the pistols. As you can see, I've been doing the whole video of it. But without further ado, let me give you the top 3 pistols. At number 3 is the B23R. Due to the fact it is its very low price, and you can purchase this weapon over and over again without having to try and get any luck with it. and this weapon is very good at protecting the bus. At number 2 is the 5.7 solo version, and this weapon is very good if you're playing a pistol and knife challenge, because the damage is high and you get loads of points because of this. So always choose this weapon if you see it from the box. And at number 1 is the M1911. Now, anyone could have chosen another weapon, but I chose this weapon specifically because of the Pack-a-Punch version. You're gaining power. You can kill a whole bundle of enemies with a few short clicks, and kill the entire group of 24 zombies, compared to the other guns, which take out a few zombies before we have to reload. But I shall see you guys later on the shotgun video. Until then, I'll see you guys later.